Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing fantastic. I am doing great. I'm just happy to be here. So, what you see in front of you is a larger hexagon, and I did yesterday a three triptych set of hexagons, but smaller. Today, I'm going to be doing an acrylic pour. Again, with a very basic, easy to follow recipe where all you have to do is mix the Floetrol with the paint. And the reason for that, if you didn't see yesterday's video, is because the fluidity of the paints that I'm using mixed with Floetrol equal the right consistency. So I'm using some Deco Art Extreme Sheen again, and or the golden fluid. So these two brands of paints mixed with Floetrol are the perfect consistency for pouring your typical tree ring, flip cups, dirty pours, straight pours, all your regular pours, okay? The only other pour that I think needs to be a lot thinner would be a Dutch pour. But besides the Dutch pour, this type of fluidity mixed with the Floetrol is the perfect consistency. So even if you don't want to use these, but you are having a hard time with consistency, grab a cheap bottle of Craft Smart paint or Apple Barrel. They're two for $1 at Walmart. Mix them. 50 put in 50% of this and 50% of Floetrol, mix it up just to teach yourself what the right consistency is. So yesterday I did a video inspired by the Dirty Artist. Today, sorry, I saw a Clyde hair flying. Today I am doing a video inspired by Miss Tracie Reed from Tracie Reed Designs. She does these bi-directional pours, and I was watching some of them and I absolutely loved it. So there's 4 artists this week that I am in a small group with, and we are kind of trying each other's techniques and putting the videos out there to help bring awareness to each other's channels and to lift each other up. So besides Tracie and Dirty Artists, I also am in the group with Erica Hughes and Canella Sirocco. So the next 2 videos after this will be Erica Hughes technique and Canella Sirocco technique. Not that they own the techniques, just that something that they do specifically that inspires me. So for Tracie, though, I'm going to try this bi-directional pour, and I have all my colors mixed up. Again, 50% paint, 50% Floetrol. So I'm going to show you the consistency. And the colors that I'm using. Now, I'm going to use, for every metallic paint I use, I'm going to use a matte paint. So something with no shimmer in it. So with the emerald green, I'm using Jenkins green. Okay? With the aquamarine, I'm using teal. I have this Art Minds mysterious, really pretty color. I'm using Golden's Turquoise Phthalo for my matte. And then I have Sky Blue Topaz and Sapphire. But in between the two of them, I'm going to layer the ultramarine blue. So it'll be a shimmer or a matte, shimmer, a matte. But what I'm going to do in between these here is I'm going to add a layer of white. So I'm going to put down this, white. Then it will be this, in white, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to grab a cup. Now for this size canvas, I'll probably need an 8-ounce cup. At least, no, probably more than that. I'll take one of these big 16-ouncers and fill it just a little bit more than halfway. So let me remove these. Now, when it comes to doing a pour out of the cup, the first color you put in is going to be the last color that comes out. So in my white here, I did mix a little bit of the satin enamels. So for this white, I used this much paint, this much Floetrol, and I put 3 tablespoons of the satin enamel in it. Now, the second part of this video, after we do this, I'm going to hopefully have a little bit of paint left over because I want to try this folk art enamel in my white. I found this at AC Moore, I believe, and I want to try that. So hopefully we'll be able to get 2 videos in, but let me stop chatting and get on with the show. If you have never checked out Tracie Reed, please head over to her channel. I'm going to link the video that inspired me, and also well, I'll just put the video because that'll take you to her channel. So a little bit of white. You can see it's a little bit on the thicker side. You don't want to put too much white on that bottom layer because that's going to all be in the center of your painting. Unless you're trying to do like a cloud pour, then you want a bunch of it. But I'm not trying to do a cloud pour really, even though I have the enamel in there. I just want to see what kind of an effect I can get on that. All right, so here are the first 2 greens. A little bit of white. And then I should have taken all my sticks out here. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch all of this. You could always fast forward too. I'll just do a couple more colors and then pause you guys to finish it off. So here is that pretty aquamarine color. With the teal. And then a little bit of white. So you get the gist of it. I'm going to go ahead and layer this cup. I'm going to do 2 rounds of colors. So I'm going to do this with all the colors, then I'm going to repeat it one more time. Isn't that so pretty? It just looks good enough to drink, if you ask me. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a puddle of white right here. Right in the center. I'm going to start pouring. I'm not going to pour from the side that I poured the paint in because when you go to pour it out, the paint that's on the side wall of the cup can interrupt the pattern. So I'm going to go to the other side and start going. Oh, not going to go anywhere. I'm going to torch my white first. So I'm going to start pouring it straight in there very slowly. And I'm going to decide which way I'm going to spin this thing, this canvas. I'm on my Lazy Susan. Which I absolutely love working on. All right, now we're going to go like this. I'm going to have some fun with this. I know somebody's going to ask, so I might as well just do it. What would happen? Well, first of all, my canvas is about to come right off the cups. So let's not do that anymore, huh? Stop there, and then I'm going to go right here. With that. And then I'm going to do one right here. So the whole purpose of a bidirectional pour is to pour the paint in different directions instead of just one way. I'll tell you what, I got some really cool patterns going on here. I'm just hoping to God that it doesn't fall off of the cups before I get done here. All right. Let me give you a close-up of that before I go moving it around. Pretty swanky looking. And you know, that was a lot of fun to do. Just kind of let loose. I almost don't even want to tilt it, but that won't work. So now you're at the point of your painting where you got to kind of figure out what you want to do. You know, what areas do you like the best? In a painting like this, where I like all the areas, it's hard for me to decide which way to tilt. But I'm looking, and I guess I could lose this area first. And I get a lot of people that ask me, what if you just don't tilt and kind of blow this here out to the corners? It doesn't work like that. It's going to crack. It's way too thick. You have to get some of that paint off. And also somebody asked me, I haven't answered many comments in the last week just because of Christmas, and I'm really behind. So if I haven't answered you yet, I do apologize. It's just, you know, between the holidays and my bad hands and watching my 3-year-old grandson and life, it's hard to get to them right away. But I do try my very best. Somebody asked me about the white specks. They said, aren't those cells? And no, those are not cells, sadly. Those are just air bubbles popping. So I'm going to come down this way first, I guess. This is a toughie because, like I said, there's a lot of really pretty areas for me to lose here. And I really don't want to. So I'm going to go nice and slow. Really nice and slow. Kind of jiggle it and do a super tilt there. Let's see. Let's go this way. Come back to the center. I'm going to come down. This way. We'll come down this way. All right. I'm going very slow and watching here. All right. Almost done. Now we have to go off this end. This is really, really pretty. This area right here is going to be gorgeous. He's going. Right there. Okay. Now we're good. Now we're going to start pulling it all out. Go off this way a little bit. It's a beautiful tropical jungle. That's what we're calling it. All right, I want to get this area right here up. I want to spread it out a little bit more to pull that out. Great things are going to happen in that one area. If I could just stretch it enough. And you see, I lost a lot of the cool design from before, but there's nothing you can do about that. I absolutely love that. It's different. It really does look like a leafy jungle piece. I got a couple of corners here that I have to get some paint on. So what I'll do for those is I'm going to just try to use what's left in the cup if there's anything, because my Lily Vefe mat that I have on my turntable here has paint from a previous pour, so I don't want to use that. But I'm sure I can get a drip or two out. This area is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. And with the satin enamels, like this is going to puff out a little bit, make some of those big tubular cells like that. So I'm just patiently waiting here for this paint to come out. Just going to cover up that little tip. And I have one over here that also needs it. And we'll be done. I'll give you a close-up. Well, of this one. I still want to do one more with that other enamel. See how it works. So if you don't mind sticking with me for a few minutes more, you'll be able to see that. Oh, and yesterday's painting. After I shut off the camera, I decided to do some ribbons on it. And I will be showing you that one tomorrow, because it came out quite different than what it looked like. Some are calling it Belly of the Beast, which I absolutely love. It was not the 3-piece, it was the one big one I did at the end. So, can't wait to show you guys that one. But let me show you this one. Here we go. Absolutely love, love, love. Cannot wait to get that resin on there. That is going to just look bananas with resin on it. Even that area there. Look at that. I'm sorry. I just am in love. All right, let's set up for the next one. All right, so I got a 14 by 14 canvas, and I layered the paints the same way in the cup, except this time in my white, I have Folk Art white enamel. Found it at Hobby Lobby. I said AC Moore before. At Hobby Lobby. $8 a bottle. So it's pretty pricey. But let's see how it goes. I mean, I don't know. Thought it'd be worth a try. Why not? So I'm just going to, I'm not even putting any white down. I'm just going to pour what I have in the cup into the center of the canvas and go from there. That was really fast. Go in a circular motion. Really get those rings to develop. You know what? Let's go like this. Look at that pretty pattern, huh? Now that's a pretty pattern. And that was how I got that Belly of the Beast painting last night. With that pattern developing like that. It's really pretty. There it is right there again. See if I could. Try again. Let's go right out of the ring. Like so. This is going to go off, so it doesn't really matter what I do over here. All right. I'm going to torch it once really quick. And then we're going to tilt. What is odd is, yes, I just mixed my paints, and yes, there's a lot of air bubbles in them. But I notice I get a lot more white speckling with the enamel mixed in. All right. here we go. I'm going to come this way first. Oh, look at that. That's crazy looking. That is crazy looking. Tell you what, that's folk art is working a lot better than the other one did. Than the deco art. Very interesting. Wow, that is crazy. This is another odd but pretty painting. Oh, that's it. That's all she wrote. Just got to get this little corner over here. And with that, I will just use the stuff in the cup. All right. I'm going to give you a close-up. Hold on one second. And by the way, if you haven't seen my thank you message with the 4 other artists in the collaborative group, make sure you look for that on my channel. We did a special little holiday video. Just thanking everyone for their support, because we do appreciate all of you. I know I surely do. Okay. Just gonna this one corner here, and we're good to go. That is it. Oh my goodness. It's gorgeous. I cannot wait to give you a close-up. Absolutely gorgeous. So please go check out Tracie's channel. Check out her video. The patterns are just so unique and different. Now that is definitely representational of a river or something. Water. Pebbles in the water. I don't know. That is just something else. Again, once this is dry and I put resin on and I show you guys this painting, you are going to fall in love. So I want to thank you all for watching. I really do. I so appreciate all of you. And if you have a moment and you're on Facebook, head on over. There's a link in my description below. Um, I have a Facebook group called United We Pour with Tammy and Lisa. I run that with my friend Lisa Wyatt from Lisa Wyatt Art, who also has a channel. Go check her out. Um, you can take pictures of your art and share them there. You know, ask your questions, say hi, tell me what a sexy hunk of ham I am. And, just there's a lot of really nice people in there. Drama free, nice. I don't deal with the drama. I boot them right out if there's any problems. So come on over and hang out with us a little bit. So the link is below. Please check out Tracie. And thank you guys. Thank you for everything. And I will talk to you soon. Happy pouring.